Good morning, everyone. Welcome to everybody's favorite program on the radio, AM Minnesota. We're going to talk today about everything Faribault's Heritage Days. I am surrounded by lovely ladies, which, somebody's got to do the job, so it might as well be me. Donna Crowell's with me, Laura McCauley's with me, Noel Miller is with me. They're all here today to talk about their favorite event. Right, Donna?
You bet we are. Hello, Faribault. Happy Heritage Day week. I think I'll start right off with lots of fun activities that we have for our children. That's sort of near and dear to my heart.
Sure.
If you haven't looked outside yet, we have a gorgeous Minnesota day, and you can still register your child for Chalk the Walk. There's a few spots left. All it costs is a Heritage Day button. You just call down to the Faribault Community Center, 334-2064-2064, and register your child. Jeff Jarvis has a great program going, and they just need pre-registration so they have enough chalk. We're going to have a great fun run that Laura will talk to you more about. Again, that's a free activity right before our parade. And then the most favorite part for me is La Compagnie. La Compagnie will again be at the park right across from the Episcopal Church, and they just do a fabulous job of reenacting fur traders. If you want your child or your grandchild to learn about how Faribault came to be, how Alexander Faribault first lived right here in Faribault, come see La Compagnie. Come see the reenactors and see what they do in order to cook their meals, the things they have to trade, all of the different things that they have to live, their teepee, their canoe. And again, it's a free activity right down at our Central Park here in Faribault.
How long have you been on the Heritage Days Committee, Donna?
4 T-shirts, 4 years.
That's how I go by it too. I was counting.
Laura, how about you?
This will be my second year.
And you're in charge of?
I am helping with the parade registration, so I'll be at the registration tent at the beginning of the parade.
So you can tell me right now, as of 9:32 in the morning, how many units in the parade?
82.
82.
82 units.
Yeah.
That's almost perfect. I always think right around 90 is perfect. About an hour and a half parade. Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
If they get too long,
you start to lose people towards the end if they get too long. Then they're just off going to the carnival and not watching.
And Noelle, what are you in charge of? You're in charge of the soapbox derby.
I have my shirt on. I'm sporting this. I'm also on the parade committee with these two lovely ladies, and this is my 4th year, and it's just been real exciting to do that. And just a reminder, our parade is starting 15 minutes early.
6:15.
6:15. So get us started a little early, get done a little early before it gets too dark, and get people into the park afterwards for a fun night.
Yeah, so they can enjoy the food and the music.
Yes.
The music. What's the band tonight?
Pop Rocks.
Can you tell me what they play? Are they
a lot of
pop group or what?
It's top 40, some old time funky favorites probably from the 70s, 80s.
They do a lot of fun stuff that the audience likes, and the dancers, but people really participate with it. And we've had Pop Rocks for the past 2 years, and they are just a big hit. When they're at Grandpa Al's, and we should mention Grandpa Al's is such a fabulous sponsor for us. Thank you, Grandpa Al's. Thank you for doing that. Same thing to Fairway Foods. They helped. They are an event sponsor also for our fun games night. We had free games down at the park last night for families, and the night before we had free inflatables for families. So thank you to all those sponsors, Grandpa Al's and Fairway.
Now, Mayor Jasinski mentioned yesterday at the dedication of the Tilt-A-Whirl car. You were there, weren't you, Donna?
Oh, you betcha. Laura and I were front and center.
So many people. I didn't see everybody. It was a great crowd, wasn't it?
It was fabulous. It was a wonderful event, and we are just super proud to have that. We want you to come down to the carnival and ride the real Tilt-A-Whirl. We have lots of fun things down there at the park for you to do with that, and we like to. People in Faribault get a chance to ride one right now, and then also go see the Tilt-A-Whirl downtown, because all kinds of specials are going on. I was downtown this morning, and I know that at the coffee shop they're going to have music tonight. They're at the clothes closet, or what is it now? Clothing on Central.
Fashions on
Central. Yeah, that's right. Fashions on Central. They have a special deal going across the street at Four Seasons. They give away a free teddy bear. All these things to support Heritage Days, so support Faribault. Go shop downtown Faribault.
All right. Wow. I don't know if I can top that in the next segment of the show. Minnesota continues in just a few moments. Get in studio today with the Faribault Heritage Days Committee. We have Donna Crowell, Laura McCauley, Noel Miller. By the way, next week we get another great edition of the Rice County Fair Talk on Tuesday. John Dvorak will, I'm sure, be in studio and have a special guest. Next Friday, I'm really looking forward to the show. City Public Works Director Travis Block will be in studio. We're going to learn a little bit about our Public Works Department. I've talked to the city folks. We're going to have department heads from the various city departments on this program. I think it'll be very cool to learn about some of the departments that don't get any publicity, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we all hear from Police Chief Bolin on a fairly regular basis, no offense, Andy, but some of these other departments deserve some
Absolutely.
too.
And when you talk to them, Gordy, make sure you thank them from the Faribault Heritage Days Board. They go out of their way to help us with so many things, from delivering trash cans to picking up things in the street, the barricades for the parade, all the police officers, the explorers. We could not put on the festival without the help of the city people. In particular, Paul Panansky. What a guy. People of Faribault do not realize how lucky we are and what a hard worker he is. All of those things are so important to promoting our community. And Mayor Jasinski. Last night at the mayor's reception, we sold over 120 buttons. He is a big supporter of Faribault and of the festival. Thank you, Mayor.
Did he buy all 120?
No, he didn't, but he came over and bought for all of his family. He laid down for 7. Boom.
Wow, just like that, eh?
That's a Faribault booster.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you got, I don't know, what is there, 5 on you right now?
We try to sell them off of us.
Yeah.
Noelle, can we hear something about the Heritage Hustle coming up?
Sure. I just want to take a little time and talk about some of our events on Saturday that we have. Starting off, we do have our Heritage Hustle, and that will start at 7, or actually check-in is at 7 a.m. and the race starts at 8. And then, of course, our big event in the morning is our Soapbox Derby. And this year, the adults will be going first, and then the children will be following. And as of this morning, we have about 22 entries for the race. And it really is a family event. Mayor John Jasinski last night was talking about it. This year is the first year that he and his son will both be competing against each other as an adult in the adult race.
That'll be fun.
It will be fun, and both of them do great. So it's, you know, we have people coming out, a lot of families come out, a lot of supporters, and that's over by Peace Church, and that starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And then also we have various different things going on. There's a rugby tournament. There is the Stonehouse bus tour, and downtown at Yoga Reset, she is doing a beginner yoga class with a button from 2 to 3, and we're really trying to help promote our businesses in the Main Street in the downtown area.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Sounds like fun.
Fun run. Oh yeah, we almost forgot. Not to the children's part, we will be having a fishing contest, which is really great fun, and then something that the whole family can enjoy is our garden tractor race, Sneaky Pete's. If you go to the Central Park and go directly west 1 block over by Sacred Heart, you will see Sneaky Pete's. You can drop off, like I could drop Jim off and leave him there all day.
Hope you're not listening, Jim.
And then in the evening, we have our fun run before the parade. You can get your registration on our website at faribaultheritagedays.com, or you can register there at the fairgrounds at 5:30. Each participant will get a t-shirt, and then when you finish the race, you'll get a medal and a bottle of water. And the kids even have time to do the fun run and make it back in time to be in the parade. So if you have kids that are going to be in the parade, have them do the fun run before it.
So what time is that again?
You can register at 5:30. The race is at 6 o'clock.
It's at the fairgrounds.
And at the fairgrounds, right at the entrance to the fairgrounds.
And then you run to Quick Trip?
Quick Trip.
Which is how far?
2.5.
4 blocks?
I think
It's got a long across the
we'd
river.
have to ask Kathy Cap on that.
Oh. It's less than a mile.
Yeah, I'm sure it's less than a mile.
It's less than a mile.
Yeah.
From the fairground. By the way, I don't know how many years we've had this parade route, but you remember the old parade route.
Yes, yes.
I thought it was an improvement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have lots of shrine groups and people that want to come and be in our parade because it is shaded. I know one of my friends that was in the parade last year, her son didn't want to do it with her, and when he got done, he goes, "It was great, Mom. We should do that again." So that's glad. We've heard lots of compliments. I think people take great pride in being local, and for us, it's much safer. I know that there's been some discussion of moving back downtown, and we'd really like to support our downtown, but being able to stage at the fairgrounds is so much safer.
Sure. Yeah.
And safety's a big issue for us.
Most definitely.
Well, am I going to see you at lunch today? Are you going to join me at Trinity?
I probably will, yes. I don't turn down free lunches too often.
Thank you, Trinity Church, for again supporting that. They supported us also with the Senior Center and the great program on Tuesday night. Also, if you haven't had a chance yet, of any of our listeners, or you want to go again, the Cathedral of Our Merciful Savior is going to be opening up for an ecumenical service on Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, I believe. Will you double check? And yes, it is 2 o'clock. It will be mostly a service of different singing and different prayers and chants, and it will be ecumenical in that the Ministerial Association is supporting this. So we say thank you to all of the pastors in the Faribault area that have helped work with that.
Are they still doing their Sunday service?
No, they're doing this in place.
Oh, bummer. Always, every year for the last several years, I've gone on Heritage Days because they have over and back band there.
Yeah, and there was some scheduling conflicts, so we've switched to this particular service instead.
Okay. Well, Saturday afternoon at 2, I guess I'll probably have to go to church.
You can say a little prayer for the parade committee because we won't be able to be there. We'll be at the park already.
And another option for people on Saturday afternoon too is that we have music in the park down at Central Park, and we're featuring Luke Smith at noon, Andy Tackett at 1:15, the Mad Pipes at 2:30, and the Good Time Band at 3:45. So it's a fun-filled day. You can start at one event, go to Central Park, get in line for the parade, or set up your chair. And like you were talking about the parade route, people really do enjoy it. They respect people's homes. It's wonderful when people are there. They clean up their stuff. They, respect the people that are around them. And they are people's homes, and we appreciate the people that do that. There's garbage cans on every corner for people to put their garbage in, and it does feel like you got your small town pride on the street, and it's been wonderful having it go down second.
I try to remind people, please clean up after yourselves, because you're in somebody else's yard, and think if this was your yard,
Well, and this year our local community group, Citizens in Actions, will be following at the end of the parade with their garbage bags to help clean up anything that doesn't get picked up by our people watching.
All right. Awesome.
They're giving thank you bags to the people sitting there to pick up their garbage and take it home too.
Usually we have quite a bit of music in the parade, which I always enjoy. Is that the case again this year?
Yes, we do. We have the Crusaders Marching Band, which is their third year performing, and it's our local marching band of students from the middle school and the high school. And then also we have.
Is this the band from the area?
This is the Faribault.
Montgomery, Lonsdale, Waterville,
No, there's
Morristown.
It's mostly students from the Faribault area. They have had students from some of the other schools involved also.
Right.
But it's there's no marching band at the high school, and they didn't really have a marching band at the middle school. They had some of the middle school students that would do it. It was one that they combined it. They have the red, white, and blue uniforms, and they'll be towards the beginning of the parade. So they're kind of our hometown marching band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And also we have a few other additions this year. We have a new shrine band with our local Lloyd Grand Prix is part of, so we'll have them, as well as River City Rhythm, Cracker Jacks, they're a favorite. They have a new owner this year, and we're excited to see them. The Skull Band, the Viking Skull Band, will be down also, and they're a lot of fun.
Couple of drum lines typically.
Yes. Drum lines, music, different dancers. We have the Parade of Champions this year, and we're featuring state winners or winners or people that have gone to state. So we'll have the Emeralds. They'll be in the parade, and
they should be there as state champions.
Darn right they should.
Rugby.
Yes. Yeah. The rugby team. Our girls rugby team will be there also.
Awesome.
And we've also opened it up to anyone that has gone to state. And unfortunately, some of them, it's a busy time of year. They weren't able to participate in the parade this year.
Faribault football team was at state last year.
Yep, and everyone, like I said, everyone was invited. And even though they couldn't be there, everyone thinks it's a great idea, and I think we're going to continue doing it. And hopefully those students, they'll know, hey, we're going to state. We get to be in the parade next year. So we're looking forward to that.
Awesome. Should be a lot of fun. 6:15 again is the parade start. Keep that hammer in your head. 6:15 the parade start.
Make sure you take a drive by Central Park today. We want to come out and have lunch there, support our vendors. Also, the craft fair opened up this morning. It's like overnight. It's full of tents. We have over 30 crafters that will be there. And then I know Lauren has some other information about the farmers market on Saturday morning.
So tomorrow morning at our farmers market, the Chamber of Commerce has put together some giveaway bags, and they'll have some local information in them and some giveaways to the first 1,000 people to go to the farmers market tomorrow morning. So be sure to stop by and check out the local vendors and get your free bag.
I will. I love the farmers market.
I do too. And again, we have a shout out and a thank you to Carrie Casper for all of her work in coordinating the program that we have, the craft fair that we have, and a thank you to all of the vendors in our farmers market for being so flexible and working with us to make room for our crafters. We are so lucky to have those people, the Bowers down there, and thank you to them for supporting Heritage Days. We really appreciate your efforts too.
And the other thing too, next to our command center that we have at Heritage Days this year, we have the Faribault robotics team. They're set up down there. They have their robot. They went to state. So if you want to get an idea of what their machine is and what their robot does, stop by. They're there this afternoon from 5 to 8, and then they'll be in the park also tomorrow.
Those crafters will be in the park with the farmers market tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes, they will. They'll be there both days. And we sure hope when you come to the parade that you give a rousing approval to our wonderful Grand Marshal, Liz Strophus. We are so excited. We feel very remiss that we haven't chosen her before, but I think so many of us saw her in the Memorial Day parade that we had it in our head she'd been Grand Marshal. And
oh, she was at that parade, yeah.
Yeah, right, but not of the Heritage Days. So she's just a great choice, and everybody loves Liz, and she represents Faribault in such a wonderful way.
She really does. 96 years young, and she still goes all over the country, literally, talking to kids about her years as a WASP.
Right. I know when I went to try to interview her, she, well, I'm going to Michigan. Well, I might be going to Texas. They're naming a plane after me here, and they're yeah, she's fabulous, wonderful, wonderful representative of Faribault. And while we're talking about that, let's think about you know, like for the years to come. We as a committee really appreciate great nominations like Liz and Roy and Bobby Anderson last year. So if you know someone like that that would represent Faribault in a great way, let us know. Or even better, get involved in the committee. We're always looking for extra help, even if it's just one piece. Those are so important. Like, we thank Dave Fetty. He takes the car show, and we don't have to worry about it. If you will step up and help us that way, we can keep Faribault on the map and make it even a better festival for people.
And Fetty's provides the equipment for the announcers to announce the parade. We appreciate that. It's kind of nice just to go and not have to set up and worry about equipment.
And McDonough Truck Line also provides us with the flatbed and the trucks for you to sit on, so we appreciate their help. Like we said, it's all those people, those pieces, and the people, they might not be able to be on the committee, but they're willing to help to make it happen, and we greatly appreciate that.
And that's a community event, it's a community parade, and so it's great to see the whole community jump in and get involved.
And we really want to make sure to thank our pillar sponsors. They are part of the reason we can do this as well as we do. They are Ameriprise Financial, Faribault Chamber of Commerce, Clearsight Creative, City of Faribault, and the State Bank of Faribault.
Always encourage people, even if the only event you go to during Heritage Days is the parade, buy a button, because Jason mentioned at the opening ceremonies that they spent you guys
Well,
spent over
that's
$12,000 for the parade. It's not a little adventure here.
I think people don't realize that in order to have any of the bands that come, I mean, we negotiate to try to get prices down, and Noelle's really good. But when you bring in a band, any Shriner group, we range in prices from $250 for our cheapest entertainment up to $1,200. And those things add up very quickly.
Yes, they do.
I am so pleased when somebody comes up to me and says, Don, I won't be in town, but let me buy a button just to support Faribault and show Faribault I care.
It's only $3.
Yeah, and so people know Fairway Foods was out of buttons yesterday morning, which we love. We got more in there, and we brought more in the afternoon. So you can still get buttons at Fairway. Hy-Vee ran out, and they have more also. So it's just, get that button so that you can have it. But we love that people are starting to catch on that we need to sell those buttons.
Chamber, I guess, is a spot where you could get buttons.
Oh, yes, you can always get them at the Chamber, too.
Would the community center be another spot?
Community center, yes. I'm not sure if they're picking those up today, though, because they'll be closed on Saturday, or, we need them for at the beer garden.
Yes. Yeah. Yep, this year to get into the beer garden, well, last year also, the beer garden is a button event, so when people are coming in, we'll be there selling the buttons to get into the beer garden.
And it should be. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And speaking of beer, this year we have a new event. It's called the Pub Crawl. Tammy Schluter from the historic Hutchinson House is going to be leading that. If you're interested in going, it will be tonight at 7 p.m. You can call Tammy at 384-3291. It's $7, and that includes your button.
Wow.
That's a great deal, and you get to have a different look of Faribault and see some Faribault history. They will be going to at least 3 bars. I know they go to Grandpa Al's. They're going to go down to the new F Brewing just to look at it, and then I think, is it Signature? I'm not sure the third one.
But they are brewing. Mayor said that last time.
Yeah.
At F-Town.
So, yeah, F-Town Brewing.
I was kind of bummed that they didn't bring any samples.
Well, I think you can go to the Cheese Cave and get a sample of cheese.
Yeah.
They also have their video running for Heritage Days. So, again, don't forget to walk Main Street during Heritage Days.
Man, you got all kinds of stuff, and you still haven't covered it all, right?
No.
No. Coloring contest, photo contest.
Yes. We had 2 contests this year. We had a photo contest, and those pictures are down at Paul Swenson Photography. So if anyone wants to see who the winners are, they can stop down there and take a look. And then we had the coloring contest, and Jeff Jarvis down at the community center made a great picture of Liz, and kids came, they colored her, then we honored those kids at opening ceremony, and the one girl that came up and gave Liz a big hug, and it was just...
Yeah, it was darling.
It was wonderful, and those are the
kinds... I don't think I've ever said that before, it was darling.
It was. She was adorable, yeah, and we're always looking for new ideas, for different contests, different ideas, and we've had people come up to us and say, why don't you have like a tournament? Or
they went to euchre tournament,
yes.
So we're looking for a volunteer that will help us set up a euchre tournament. Okay. That would be a nice addition next year.
Very nice.
Well, there you go. Bingo's going on,
yes.
I know, in Central Park starting today, right? Pleasant Manor, Pleasant View
Yes,
State.
it is. And what's really cool about that, the money that they raise will go to the backpack program to help to have school supplies for children this fall. So that's a really great thing.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. You wanted to touch on something else, Laura?
Just remember to stop by the beer garden tonight for live music. Tonight, as they said, will be Pop Rocks.
And who's the group tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night's group is Flash Mob. They are a new one for us.
Okay. Do you know anything about them, Noel?
Other than they hope they have a flash mob. They are another kind of a pop fun group. And someone asked me about the beer garden. Do we have to be in the beer garden to listen to the music? No, you do not. We do have a family-friendly area. We have chairs set up. There's places for families and teens to sit, and there's a place to dance. And, they engage, both of these bands engage with the crowd. They're a lot of fun, and it's going to be really exciting. And we'll continue from the parade to the park, and we're going to go till midnight tomorrow night. And it's, going to be a beautiful night tomorrow night, beautiful night tonight. And we hope to see a lot of our Faribault friends and family, neighbors, And people we don't know, come by, say hi.
Yep, we invite everybody to stop by Faribault this weekend.
We need to thank KDHL for supporting the medallion hunt again. And those, do you know who those winners are?
Yeah, Ron and Paulette Jameson.
And will they be in the parade?
Yes, they will. They're riding on Jerry's John Deere antique tractor. They were more excited about that than I think the prize package.
Well, thank you for supporting that, and also we encourage people, Lord of the Rings, that thank Daily News.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord of the Things. Make sure you know your Faribault history with the Daily News. That's been a really fun contest to see, especially for someone, although I've lived here 15 years, I'm finding I don't know as much history of Faribault as I would like to, so I'm learning along with everyone else.
Amadeus is being performed,
Yes.
I know, tonight.
And tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yep. Great show. We went last weekend. Really enjoyed it.
Paradise Community Theater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Todd Ginter, bless his heart, he's coming out to help with parade lineup, and then getting down and being in the play at 6:30.
Good luck.
Yes. Yep. And also we want to thank the Rice County Fair Board for allowing us to do our parade and have our staging at the fairgrounds, because again, safety is a huge factor. People enjoy it. I believe we're going to have a couple of vendors out there.
Well, we'll have crumble out there, crumble beef, so that while people to get online, or while they're during lineup, while they're waiting, because they have to be in early enough for us to make sure that with the fun run starting at 6 o'clock, we have to close the gate. So all of the participants in the parade need to get there early and in place. We ask the people at the front of the parade to really get there early so that we don't have a backlog of registration. And while you're waiting, lots of times people get hungry or whatever, so crumble beef will be there to meet your eating needs. But this is only for parade participants.
Correct.
And kids, make sure you bring along your potato sacks for candy.
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah.
I said that at the Waterville parade, and a kid came up and he goes, "What's a potato sack?"
It's something we old people used to race in.
Oh, that was fun too. I remember our church picnics. We always had those gunny sack races. Oh, that was a good time. Memories, sweet memories. And that's what Heritage Days is all about, making memories, right? For whole families. It's so fun.
I guess we can't sit here and nod our head. All three of us, our heads are bobbing.
Yeah. That's okay. Not a problem. We're about out of time. Did we touch on everything, you think?
I think so.
I guess the big thing I just want to emphasize is get down to the park today while the sun is shining brightly and support that craft fair. They're set up and waiting for you. So come see us.
And there's lots of good food there, but again, you mentioned it's absolutely free. Trinity Lutheran Church's dinner from 11 to 1 today.
Correct. Hope to see lots of people there too.
Those fantastic.
Oh, and don't forget the garage sales all over town. Thank you, Daily News, for advertising that.
All right, that concludes today's edition of AM Minnesota on KDHL AM Faribault, Minnesota.